らっしゃいませ。またのお越しを。
いらっしゃい。またね。
Oh, oops. Okay, that was completely my mistake. I was actually talking for a while, but I forgot that I updated OBS, and then it changed some of my settings and didn't actually check my mic. Oops. Okay, I'm okay now. Thanks, Bird. Anyways, as I was saying, me and Leader, Sayori, Timu, like God, freaking Digi, Josh, Kizzy, Hoi, Mio, Sellers, Riz, everyone, yada yada yada. Wait, Echo? Really? Nani? Okay. OBS must have messed up some like weird settings for me then. Hold on, let me check. Give me a short bit to check. Alright, let's see, does that work? I basically just like half reset everything. Only half though. Only half though. Everything's okay? Hopefully. Alright. You have to switch scenes to different sets and back to fix your OBS earlier. Oh god. Something serious to talk about? I mean, I guess it's kind of serious, but also kind of like a little, how do you say it? Expected, so to say. Not in a good way though. A lot of you might already expected, you know, this issue to happen as well, especially if you're like a current PSO player. But the fact of the matter is that when it comes to a lot of people doing content creation and also streaming and stuff for this game, right? You have no idea what the commotion's about? Okay, so let me give you all the pretext for exactly what happened, okay? Earlier today, actually, I'm just gonna bring up Twitter and everything. Give me a quick moment. Okay, so Alright, first things first. Earlier today, we had a whole stream with Saikuno, Katamina, and Disguised Toast. They're not new streamers, so to say. I freaking love Disguised Toast, okay? I've been following this guy since like way back in the day from like Hearthstone and everything. But basically they're featuring 3 streamers, which is very huge, so to say. And what happened was the fact that when they were streaming, it's not necessarily drama or anything, but more or less the fact that when they're streaming and everything, it's, you know how you can whisper people and just really just like do a whole search on people and stuff in game? So you see this. You basically just have to go to like some player search, communication, arc search, and you just basically search the person's name. And then people are basically literally spamming the fuck out of like racial slurs and hate messages and everything to them, to the streamers, while they're fucking streaming the game to like hundreds of thousands of people. And they literally basically can't play the game because they keep getting fucking whisper pop-ups the entire time. And it's just like, guys, what the fuck is wrong with all of you? And like, where's the morality in all of this, right? Because in PSO2, you can't block whispers unless you literally blacklist someone. Like, a lot of you may not know, but every time I like try to record a video or do anything, I always tell my team to like talk in team chat and stuff, because we don't have like the chat bubbles and stuff. And I always tell everyone in like an actual message to please do not whisper me in game, because that ruins all my recordings and everything. And so literally, like I said, these streamers are literally just trying to enjoy the game and stuff, but all they're met with is literally just fucking like, man, go die, fucking piece of shit racist, oh my god, feminist, or like cocksucker, some like everything, all that kind of shit. Like, why must that be a thing, right? I woke up earlier today, I was like, okay, yo man, Twitter, like, dude, there's some really cool stuff. Like, Disguised Toast is playing PSO2, and I'm here like, holy shit, dude, that makes me so happy, because I was like, damn, one of my favorite like content creators is actually playing one of my favorite games. And this is what I'm met with. And I'm just like, ooh. Yeah. The thing is, like, PSO2 does have, you know, this online status where you can set, you know, away, seeking party, yada yada yada, all that stuff. Like, you can set all this stuff, but like it doesn't do anything. Was it the PSO2 community? Yeah, because the thing is, like, right here, right? Like I said, you can just go to communication and you can just search someone. Like, for example, I don't like Stall. I just search Stall right here, send a whisper, and then be like, Stall, you are a tuna. Like that. Right here. Literally, that cannot be blocked. Period. Unless Stall blacklists me. See, like that, like, literally. There's just gonna be whisper bubbles everywhere. I can't do anything about it. And that's the biggest fucking issue of the game. Like, no. It's not even about like disabling and everything. It's literally the fact that, like, they cannot disable that. That's the whole issue. You actually cannot block whispers no matter what you do, unless you blacklist the person. It's impossible. It's not a feature in the game. Like, Yeah. Although here's the thing, right? Here's the good thing. At least like for the JP side of things, like the from what I've seen, the HoloLive, like Fubuki and stuff, or like a lot of like other VTubers and stuff, hasn't really gotten into issues so much so, because like in Japan it's much more, you know, how do you say it? In Japan it's much more like not as big as an issue as global. Let's say that much. There's a reason why other games is impossible to block. Yeah, I know exactly. Holo EN got flooded a bit, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, the JP side's been pretty chill for the most part. Except the fact that, like, whenever Fubuki tries to, like, go live, basically they explode the entire server. So PSO2 is more of a game that's like meant for you to play off stream. Like, it's not a game that's meant for streaming, so to say. But yeah, that's kind of like more or less like the entire issue, in which it's just like, it's an issue that didn't need to be an issue, you know. It's really an issue that if people had even just some more fucking like common etiquette and just like things like that, it would have been okay. But it's not. Your alliance was the kind of people who to do that. Are you actually serious? Holy crap. You know, I can never understand the mentality of those people. I kind of wish I could understand where they're coming from, because I want to really just like get into the mindset of like why or how they think in that manner sometimes. Not that I want to do it, but it's a bit of a curious thing for me personally. I can never understand people's mentality when it comes to that kind of stuff. They say racial slurs for fun. That's not cool, dude. That's very not cool. Like, sure, I know that our society nowadays is like a very like oversensitive society where no matter what you say and do will kind of just like be reflected somehow somewhere. Oh god, I can't see anything. But like, people just need to know that there's limits to things, you know. There's things you should or should not do. Sega's really naive yet, because PSO was never a huge game. PSO was never a huge game that they ever had to do any systems like this. I don't blame them, because like the player base is really like niche and very like close knit and everything. But like, yes, it is so oversight by Sega, but it was never ever an issue until like Global existed. I'm not saying that I blame Global for all this, but I'm just saying that it's just never been an issue, so Sega never really had to think about it, that's all. It was a niche game for the actual fan of the series. Yeah, exactly. They put in too much trust to the players. Yeah, exactly. Can you spend your event points? Yeah, the event's still going on for the next like 3 weeks, so you should be okay. Oh, look! A storm! Wow! The first storm where the Gigantix doesn't disappear! You know what? I should probably check it out. I can solo gigantic, yeah, but I'm lazy. Too much effort. Oh god. Now all the rooms are full. No, all my friends' rooms are full. Yamete. Yikes. I really don't want to solo Gigantics. Too much of a pain. The Weather Channel is back. Hey man, that's a good stuff. But yeah, it's just something that, like I said, it's an issue that really did not need to be an issue to begin with. NA players who get banned in posting only English messages. What? What do you mean? That's not true. That's not true. Also, no, I'm not planning to do Gigantics, don't worry. I just came out to feel the rain. But yeah, how do you say it? It's also a lot of like things about like cultural difference and stuff like that as well when it comes to these kind of things. Also, you know, instead of like farming Gigantics on the storms and stuff, what I prefer to do is go to stuff like Magnus or something like that and actually do PSC burst farming instead for the event points. Gigantics at this point means almost nothing to me. Hey, I should probably check Banford. Why are the costumes in base PSO2 so expensive? Everyone basically already like sells out their entire stock and everything, that's why. PSO2 is effectively dead. It's on like life support. Also, okay, no boost in mobs in Vanford yet. Cosmetics is the real endgame? Yeah. What's my opinion regarding making content with other YouTubers or players? If anything, like if there's any content creators in PSO2 who actually collaborated with like, if not the most right now, honestly, has to be myself. I mean, I actually had a whole video literally like featuring literally over 20 content creators, and I'm also friends with like basically every one of them. And Animana has been trying to do a lot of that stuff as well, which is really, really good to just bring everyone into more of the spotlight and stuff. Which is a really good thing. I feel like it's really good for players and stuff to be really close-knit with each other, especially like the content creators as well, because, you know, we're all in this together, right? Like, if anyone ever wants to do like any collabs or just have a talk or anything, like you can always fucking just message me. Like, I'm not hard to find, trust me. Do I play anything else other than PSO2? No. I know my life is really sad, I'm sorry.
Trial start.
Lots of people don't believe me, but like I literally play like almost nothing at all. Yeah, the shop one is a very weird thing. When it comes to like the shop stuff, right? I have a weird theory that says, you know, I feel like the whole reason why SEGA even has to like how do you say it, has to make like the shop not available right now, at least for like free-to-play players and stuff like that, is because the RMT bots and everything on the global version. Is global more players than JP right now? Nope. JP still has like 3 to 4 times the population of global players. No, see, Sign, one of the things that comes with collaborations, right, is that sometimes you do collaboration to create the space for you to become friends with said other more content creators and things like that. Or for me also, I don't mind that in a way that I get to know a lot more people that way, and then, you know, potentially really introduce them into the PSO2 space. Why am I making you wish we played in JP? I mean, you can play anywhere. It doesn't really matter, right? At the end of the day, it's the same game. It just depends on where you play it. Because I'm not gonna be like, man, you shouldn't play global because global sucks or something like that. Like, there was times in the very beginning where, yeah, of course, like JP is significantly better than global, but that's just the natural process of it, that we are ahead of global and we will be getting call out that global does not have. It's more or less a personal preference thing. At the end of the day, what's important is you play wherever your friends are playing, or like wherever you're more comfortable with. For me, I've been playing JP for the past 9 years, and you know, I have friends, I have everyone here. So a lot of people always ask me as well, like why I'm not moving to like global and stuff like that. I'm like, why should I move to global? The new sponsor streams? Yeah. For anyone who came in late, I'm just gonna reiterate again, the whole issue was basically about like how the game and community really doesn't cater towards helping the content creators or anything at all. Because the fact of the matter is, like, this guy's Toes Saikuno and also Mina, who were streaming PSO2, they're really, really big streamers, by the way. And then they got sponsored by SEGA to come do PSO2 streams, right? And then, well, the entire stream, they basically got whispers of basically hate messages and racist messages and everything all the time because the game doesn't fucking block whispers and stuff like that. That's basically all it is, really. What if you have no friends to play with? Then I guess you, wherever you think you can find friends to play with more, I guess. While the VTuber girls got positive message. I mean, it's a VTube sim culture. It's yeah. How to make NGS more interesting? I mean, it really depends on what you value in a video game, right? Like, personally for me, I play NGS because I love playing with my friends and buddies and just like finding new friends to just enjoy and everything with. And it's more or less a fashion simulator for me. I really enjoy that aspect of it personally. What rifle skin? This one's the austere rifle. Feels like it's on par for the course of Twitch. Yeah, give an audience way to ruin the stream and they'll do it. Yep, exactly. If nothing, it's a Sega's Rude Awakening. Yeah, more or less. Which is why I said as well early in the stream that this is something that Sega's never had to deal with, because like the global audience is very different than the Japanese audience. And then, as mentioned from one of our viewers earlier, that, you know, how do you say it? Sega has never really had to deal with this because they put too much trust in the players, and it's been perfectly okay. Oh, the whole Final Fantasy with Asmongold and everything is also absolutely insane. People will ruin whatever they can. I don't understand how people can hate on stuff as well, but like, they just do. They literally just do. It's basically the fact that like, Asmongold, like he wants to try Final Fantasy 14, and then basically when he comes in to the game and stuff like that, the whole community is like, oh my god, fuck you, like get the fuck out, you toxic piece of shit, and all that stuff, like being very toxic, telling him that like, oh, I don't want you and your community here because your community is fucking toxic. And by being that, they themselves are being exactly what they don't want. They don't want toxicity, but they are being fucking toxic themselves. Like, what's the point? I don't understand it either, but I really don't. Because like, even for me, right, it's not like I've ever really been exposed to internet culture or anything either, because PSO2 is basically my first online game. And I'm not entirely used to like the whole like internet culture and everything either, so that's just that's a bit of a me thing as well. But it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. They don't want toxicity, but they create themselves. Yeah. It's a bit of a I don't know, sometimes it's just hard to, you know, be a content creator in the scene of a game like this. Like, it's not a game meant for streaming to begin with. Because the thing is, like, here, right? It's so easy to be like quote-unquote predatory about PSO2 as well. Like, for example, if chat's gonna be like, hey RC, can you show us your battle power? And then I show my battle power and it tells you exactly what block I am. Right above, right here. Elio 37, that's exactly where I am. I'm like, yeah, anyone can literally just come stalk me now because they know exactly where I am and what my character looks like and everything. There's nothing that protects us content creators at all. The whole thing with like stream sniping and all that stuff is like so easy. It's such a joke. It is literally such a fucking joke. But yeah, on that note, let's just go back to City for a bit because I still haven't looked at like the fashion catalogs and everything. I need to see exactly what's new to fuel my addiction with fashion. Kind of why you develop this solo mentality for content on base PSO2. I mean, I understand. Alright. Okay. Chat. I want to ask you guys a question, okay? How many, like, just type to me in chat, okay? How many of you here are solo players? I actually just want to know that. Just let me, just say so. And maybe like just throw in a reason or two, like why you play solo. When it's an MMORPG game that's like, you know, supposed to be for people to play with each other and things like that. Like, I actually want to understand the mentality behind that. Just a little bit. Working hours, friends stop playing, Kirito. Reva, shut the fuck up. Just kidding. You join a team and you suck at communicating. Not a fan of the Trinity, I understand. Your friend forced you to play and then too shy, okay. Feel scared to ask people. Isn't it really a reason to group up? Yep. No one to play with? Mm-hmm. Friends play different games, antisocial. Anxiety, online, mm-hmm. Guildies to chat, but mostly just solo play. Not fun here and getting good. Also can't be salty with drops. That's true. There's no party bonus. Yeah, I know. Your friends just play League of Legends? Hey man, League of Loogies is like, it's pretty okay. Not really interesting things to co-op for, yeah. At least all the solo players here can make friends with each other now, yeah. How to find an English-speaking alliance in a JP server? I don't know. That's actually a hard question. That's actually a really hard question. Because it really just depends on people and grouping. Like, for example, me and my buddies here, we've already been playing here for like the past like at least like 8-9 years. So Dota is the real MOBA. Yeah. Okay, I understand. But yeah, not that hard in Ship 2. Ship 2 is like basically infested with English speakers. I can literally just go in a lobby and people just be like sitting ERPing in the public lobbies in English in the JP servers. No joke. PS4 players can't play JP. Yeah. The whole like routing issue is a bit of a kind of thing. Hey, no, chat. Don't be rude to each other. They need a raid group option. Yeah, for sure. Hey, Doma, what's up? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Also, on that note, by the way, I just want to say again, like, I always say this every single stream, and that's completely normal because that's, like, how I really feel. But, like, for real, I genuinely appreciate all freaking 150 of you literally right here, right now, just in chat, just chatting and everything like that, because, you know, we're a community. Like, I feel, personally for me, that our community that we have here, whether it be on just, like, the whole YouTube and Discord and everything, is probably the most like non-toxic, the most pleasant, and just I'm really genuinely grateful to have all of you here. So I really just want to know, well, really want to let all of you know that I really appreciate all of you for being who you are. So thank you always. You got no one to play with anymore, and when global dropped, you start solo again? Yeah, I understand. You're collecting alpha. Stream sniper? Oh no. Play how you want to play mentality. It's true though. It's actually really true though. The most cultured. Yes, Steve. Steve, yes, I understand it. We are very cultured. Your alliance is slowing you down. What do you mean? What do you mean the alliance is slowing you down? That shouldn't be a thing. Because basically everything is like more or less solo anyways. In terms of progression and all. Also, Gurn Tiramisu, thank you for dropping by. Oh, Guildbeal, you have to do this, do that. Oh, that kind of... Okay, I understand. Does changing the chat box to show area only in party... Oh, nope. Nothing. Does absolutely nothing. Nothing does anything, really. So... That's why it's a big... Very, very big issue. And you know... I do feel... Ow. Let me sit properly. Sorry. Anyways, I do feel that like one of the biggest solutions that we can have to this whole like community problem is just by all of us, you know, as a community, just really trying to foster just a really like nice and welcoming community for everyone, right? That's why I always want to try to be very positive in all my videos and streams, and also like I don't stream whenever I feel a bit of like negativity or anything, because I always want everyone to feel, you know, very just like chill and happy coming in with all the stuff. Like I want everyone to feel like they have a place in PSO2, in the community, and just really find their own ways of enjoying the game, because like I said, and like what all of you always think and say as well, that like PSO2 is a game that has something for everyone, right? Whether you're a fashion player, whether you're a hardcore player, whether you're a casual player, like, it's really easy to get into the game. It really is. But with like, even from the reasoning that all of you have been telling me earlier, right? Number one, you don't really want to join a team because you're scared of the community or you're scared of people. Yeah, that problem can be easily, you know, sorted out or just like alleviated by if like the community is a lot more respectful, if people are kind and nice, if people are being considerate for one another, there wouldn't be an issue of toxicity to begin with, which means that a lot of the people who have reasonings that like, oh, I don't want to yada 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 yada, is one of them, right? So issues with like alliance slowing you down, or like alliance telling you what to do and you don't want to do, maybe it's just that group of people is not who you want to be with or play with. There's nothing wrong with leaving and, you know, going to find new teams and people to play with, because that's how it is. And yeah, there's just a lot of things that like us as a whole, as a community, we can do. We can really help, you know. We can really help solve the issues of the community, really, I feel personally. A lot of you might start to think that like, oh, maybe I'm just like one person, or like my voice doesn't matter, or my opinion doesn't matter, or stuff like that. But like, no matter if you're free to play, no matter if you're whale, no matter if you're casual, no matter if you're hardcore, it doesn't matter who you are, what you are. But as long as you're part of the community and stuff like this here, it's a lot more important than you think so, really. Like, for example, if all of us here right now, we're all like, you know, really good people. Like, we're all really passionate people who love the game, who loves the community, who loves the streamer or content creator that you're supporting and stuff like that, right? So you think about that, and then you think about it in the perspective that, okay, so say if like suddenly like a really fucking toxic person just suddenly comes into this chat right now, literally what would all of you do, right? Like, if some person just literally just comes in chat and be like, man, like, RC, you're such a faggot, like, shut the fuck up, you, I don't know, Asian piece of shit, poop, yada, 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 all that stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, 90% of all you guys in the chat would probably just be like, what the fuck you going on about, dude? Like, chill with the toxicity, man. And, like, whenever nobody reacts to them, well, rather, when I don't react to them, right? Or, like, whenever someone comes in and be like, nobody helps them, or nobody agrees with them, or anything at all, or cares, the fucking griefer has no power. Also, Digi, good night, man. Have a good sleep. No, but for real though, like, my point is the fact that, like, if we don't give power to these griefers and stuff, they don't have the power. Like, that's just how it is. All those people who go with, like, negativity and everything like that, or, like, who goes, like, you know, they're just trying to fucking, like, get attention. They're trying to yada, 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 all that stuff. But if we don't give them the attention that they want, then not that they can do anything. Me and Cammy, we share the same philosophy for that one. There's more griefing? Yeah. Basically, okay, I'm just gonna reiterate this again. But basically just TLDR is right here. So PSO2 had featured streamers in Saikuno, Katamina, and Disguised Toast, which are really, really, really big Twitch streamers. And then basically they come into PSO2 and then they just get like whispers of like hate messages, racist messages, all that stuff. And then they can't block whispers because the game didn't have that feature. And they can't even enjoy the game because all they see is fucking like racial slurs and all that shit. And that's a really, 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 really bad look for the Phantasy Star community. That's basically the TLDR of the entire thing. SEGA really has to give an option to like block all this stuff. Yeah. But the fact of the matter is we don't have that option right now, so. But I'm just saying, just in a general sense that, like, you know, us as a community, we can do a lot more than just sitting around and be like, oh man, that sucks. Or make a streamer block. Yeah, dude, I would love to hear that, honestly. They disabled social features when you're in a tutorial? Yeah, I know, right? Dude, Mark! You're literally the person I can't speak. Fuck. No. Mark, you're literally the perfect person I would love to talk to you about this. Like, if you're not doing anything, do you want to get in a call? Literally, like, right now. What a timing. Look at this. Mark's like, Mark's a cool guy. Sure. Oh, hi, Mark. Yo, let's get Mark in a call. Let's see, where is Mark on my Discord? There it is. Alright, everyone. Be nice to Mark and say hi, Mark. Okay, give Mark a nice, warm welcome. Mark is Kawichi. He's a really big Twitch streamer for PSO2 and also a content creator as well. Really, really good buddy. Really genuine guy. Freaking love the guy so much. So hopefully you guys are gonna love him, okay? Alright. Let's see. Boop. Mark!
Yo.
Hi! What's up?
Hold on. I might have broke something. Hello?
How are you, buddy?
Okay, I can hear you. Yeah.
Yo.
It's funny because I heard you scream on the stream, but like, I guess Discord was still connecting. So I was like, nope.
It does be like that sometimes. But yeah, man, how are you, buddy? It's been actually a hot while since we last talked.
I've been in the process of moving, and honestly, it's been on and off, good and bad. So it's good. For the most part, things are good right now. Am I the elephant in the room? No, not today.
Yeah, but yeah, no, it's just been a weird morning for me because I just basically just like woke up right in the really afternoon because I basically didn't like sleep last night. But I was like, man, yo, this guy's toast and all these guys are playing PSO2. I'm like, yo, that's so cool. And I'm like, yeah, that's such a cool thing to wake up to. The first thing I see is like Nathan replying on the tweet, be like, RC, that's not what you think happened. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, I saw that go down. And so I was in the process of streaming at that moment, and they tweet out they're gonna start streaming. I was like, oh, that's cool. You know, I was streaming, I can't watch them, I'll go watch the VOD. Right? Nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
While I'm streaming, I have a couple of people, and it's not unnatural for people to come into my stream and be like, hey, how do you feel about this? Right? But I had people who came in and they're like, they're streaming the game and this is really awesome. How do you feel about it? So I give them my opinion. It's like, this is all good and whatnot. Then immediately 5 minutes later, they stop streaming because it's just unbearable. And I was like, wait, what?
Wait, really?
Yeah. So they had to stop streaming and they had to delete the VODs.
Oh my
the VODs
god.
don't even exist for this. It was that bad.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's actually a lot worse than I thought. I thought they were just like, you know, just chilling and be like, man, it's a bit annoying and all that stuff. I didn't expect it was that bad. Holy shit.
Yeah. So when they went and I didn't get to catch the VOD, but I had a couple people basically tell me that they found out that you can send symbol arts through whispers now.
Wait, what?
I didn't know that was a thing.
Wait, that's hold the fuck, is that, are you actually serious?
If all the comments that I've seen and a lot of the people that were in my chat today were like, yeah, that's a thing now. And I was like, are you since when?
That never existed in base PSO2. Hold on.
Yeah. Yeah, it works in parties. I know that, but I didn't know that it worked in whispers because that never. Hello, who thought that was a good idea? In whispers, because that wasn't a thing in base PSO2, I don't think.
Yeah. It was not.
So they didn't disable symbol arts. They tried, right? But then by that point, people were already whispering them, you know, a whole bunch of racial slurs, which most of them didn't bypass the filter, but some people were just creative about it, using like special characters and whatnot. And apparently, so that's how they got through.
Yeah.
It was just a fucking shit show.
Holy crap. Yeah, I didn't expect it was that dire of a situation. You know, I'm just here like, man, I just think that, you know, maybe they just got like some messages here and there and stuff like that. I didn't even think.
Yeah, I thought it was that too, because like I've seen the Hollow live streamers, you know, they're basically their problems with the game was people kept following them in chat and using cut-ins, right? I didn't like, we had Neanners who had maybe 1 or 2 instances about like racist comments, but they were able to, you know, hit that very quickly because they were already out of the tutorial, but by the time people found what ship they were on. But for Disguised Toast and Saikuno, from what chat was telling me, it was almost immediate.
Yeah, I mean, both of them are like huge, and I love them too. Like I love those guys, man. But like,
I mean, yeah, like all of offline TV for the most part is pretty massive, you know, which is also a good thing. It would have been a good thing for the game, both Japanese and global side, because what winds up happening now is it doesn't matter if it's like 5 people. It paints the entire community in this negative light. I know,
right?
Especially if Sega does nothing about it. You know what I mean?
Know. Holy shit. It's so sad to see it actually just come down like that. Like, because normally the perception with PSO2 is just like it's one of those games that's, you know, such a dark horse where it's like, yo, this community is great, the game is great, everything is great, and like for this to happen is just like, it's rough, man.
It is rough, and the problem becomes is anybody who didn't know of the game before, you have to, like, people have to remember what happened, like, let's say with Asmongold and Final Fantasy 14, because I see somebody mention it in your chat, right?
Yeah.
It was a problem for him, but Square Enix went above and beyond and was like, you're trying to deal with this as best you can, but we're gonna also ban these players.
Yeah.
Because it's a blatant, it's the terms of service. It's just being broken blatantly.
Exactly.
And when you have something like this, because of the way that PSO2 works, and like you can't exactly see their player name right away or their account name, and unless these streamers were to submit their chat logs with the help of SEGA, there's no way that they could find out exactly who to ban. Even if, let's say, it's 5 different people, like let's say it's the 5, right? You have to then assume that this is a toxic portion of the community who just doesn't like content creators, and it's the there's an analogy for it, like the rotten apple, one rotten apple on a tree ruins the whole tree or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's more or less just like the whole thing is just vocal minority, and also the thing with like global is that even if they try to track down and ban all these people, they, for all you know, they could just be using alt accounts.
Yeah, and I fully believe that a lot of these players were using alt accounts in this case, but as to what somebody had mentioned to me, it could even be people who are a singular person who was multi-accounting.
That could also be true.
You could do now as well.
That could also be true. Because for some strange fucking reason, which, well, I guess I kind of understand, but like, you know about the whole multi-accounting thing with global, right, Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, if chat, for anyone who doesn't have context, is that for global, it's allowed to have multi-accounts because, there's so many platforms to play the game on. There's a whole like Xbox account, there's a whole Steam account, there's a whole like Epic's Game Store, Microsoft Store. I don't know what else. I can't remember, but there's a lot of platforms. But basically, because of all that stuff, global has to allow multi-accounts. While in JP, for example, it's strictly SEGA ID, and you are not allowed to multi-account. We always have bans. Even like a month ago and stuff, there's been many thousands of cases that literally just get banned for multi-accounting. But that's not the same for global.
Right. And yeah, and like the problem that a lot of people are having right now with multi-accounting is red boxes in the weeklies.
Yeah.
And that's a thing. Don't get me wrong, and that's probably something that somebody will take advantage of regardless of the area. Like, hey, I'm just going to create a new account on JP, even though it's a lot harder to do so. But I'm sure there are people who have done it. But on global, it's just so much easier.
Yeah, on global, it's so much easier. I've already seen people do like, multi red box speed runs. It takes like 20 minutes or something like that. And they're just like,
I mean, I love watching the people that are speedrunning like the red boxes, because I just think that's kind of funny that they turned it into
I do think it's funny too.
They turned it into a speedrun route. I can't wait to see this at GDQ. But
oh yeah, at GDQ. Yeah.
Oh, but it's just things like that. Like with multi-accounting and red boxing, I won't lie, it's not as terrible as something like the player base being painted in a negative light.
Yeah,
because that's something that
sure.
SEGA can address later on, right? Even though this is something that SEGA can address immediately, like one of them has to do with balance, so you have to figure out how that's going to play to the ecosystem without destroying the game. The other one destroys the game and paints everything in a negative light.
Yep.
Especially since right now it's not the best time for PSO, so this only hurts it even further.
Yeah, and exactly. Because we already had the whole issues with like the whole like community with like the whole gigantic stuff and everything, and it's just like, okay, I guess people are, first of all, not only just bored of the game because lack of content or whatever. Now people are being like, damn, lack of content, buggy as fuck game release. and a shit community, it's like, oh, dude, this is a nail in the coffin right there.
Yeah, because even if, let's say, the community's the greatest it's ever been, right? And let's say that everybody, when you play the game, is super welcoming and horny like they already are. Like, let's just be honest, that's the thing.
Yeah, I know, right?
But like,
oh my god.
the problem becomes, it doesn't matter what it actually is. The moment you have that one little, you know, that the one little drop in the ocean, everything becomes toxic. It's like, what, you don't know how to navigate through that.
Yeah, and it also doesn't help that literally, like we said, right? Saikuno, Disguised Toast, Mina, all these people are literally the biggest exposure Phantasy Star has ever gotten as a fucking series.
I mean, at once, yeah, I'll agree to that. At once, because they, between Disguised Toast, Saikuno, and Katamina, that was 70,000 viewers between just the three of them in a single day.
Yeah.
So it's painful. It's absolutely painful to see that happened. And it wasn't just like it happened to one person, it happened to all three of them. From my understanding.
Yeah. That would have been such a huge bump to player population though, honestly. Like, would have.
It absolutely would have. It absolutely would have, because let's say they played the game, they enjoyed their time. It would have been, hey, I am enjoying this game, give it a shot, it's free, that's it. And then even if 1,000 players out of the 70,000 people that were watching all three streams, right? Even if 1,000 players started playing, that word of mouth would have then traveled, and that would have equaled so much more.
Yeah. And then the thing is, like, the Clippers and everyone too, their whole community is gonna be like, man, this person's playing this game, like, that's awesome. And they see the game, they check it out, be like, oh wow, you know, and it just continues. It's more or less a spiraling, like, domino effect where everything just goes in a certain direction, and like it could either be the good direction or bad direction. And well, whew. That's all I can really say.
Yeah. And I mean, to somebody in chat's point, it's like, NGS is a good game overall and free to play, so you're not going to say that Sega needs to improve things. I think that's a very healthy mindset to have, right? However, to be able to have a game like this that has as many issues as it does in such a short period of time, it's not like this game has been out, like New Genesis specifically has been out for 6 months already. It's been out for literally a month, and every other day there's something brand new to complain about. Even if it's a small thing, these small things then begin to add up. So they should be spoken about. Will they get fixed eventually? Absolutely. And that doesn't mean that New Genesis is a bad game, but they should be spoken about.
For sure.
Like, don't want this game to be another 1.0. I get that reference.
Yeah. No, because the thing is, like, you know, Final Fantasy 14, like, at the very beginning, wasn't that great either, you know? It only really got like really good at, you know, Realm Reborn and all that stuff.
Because I remember playing 1.0. So I used to play, like, besides PSO, my biggest long-term game that I played was Final Fantasy 11. So when Final Fantasy 14 came out, I was like, oh man, I'm ready to go. 1.0 came out. Nah. it was just Final Fantasy 11, just slightly faster. And it was not good. So when A Realm Reborn came out, it was like, oh my god, they did it. They made the game we wanted. And New Genesis, for the most part, is the game that a lot of Phantasy Star players want. It's just the implementation of the game that we wanted isn't exactly what we wanted, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Which is why I've been saying to, like, a lot of my friends and stuff like that, you know, I think PSO2NGS is gonna be great come like a year after.
That and that worries me in a way, because the first year of every video game is always the worst. Everyone knows that it's just the thing when it comes to MMOs. Content's not there. They're still rolling out patches, balances, and fixes. There's a lot of things that happen within that first year. Everyone understands that. However, it's also that first year that paints the picture for everything going forward. Now, for the global community, we have the communication that's able to be done, but it has to come from Sega Japan. So when the global community sees things, they see it way too late, and it's addressed way too late because Sega Japan has to give the okay of that. So what the global community sees is never going to be what the JP community sees, and that then lies a disconnect where even if they did have really good communication, the global players won't see that. They're going to stop playing the game. They're going to be like, well, they fixed their game, but they don't communicate. They don't want to play it. And that's it. They're going to be gone.
Yep.
So
it's one of those just really rough things in my opinion, because like you say, right? I feel like it's very important in this day and age for everyone to have like a lot of transparency in just like the communication and the development and everything. Like nothing solves a problem more than the devs literally coming out and said, okay, we have these issues, we fucked up, but we're working on fixing it right now, so please be patient. That would like that one thing stops like 90% of issues.
Right. It's also the speed in which that it happens, right?
Exactly.
So, and it's just a very unfortunate circumstance all the way around, because now, and I'll go through everything that like PSO had so far. We had the servers on launch, we had the Gigantics launch, we had the now Gigantics going to be randomized. We had people waiting because they were scheduled but not scheduled. So like the damage attenuation wasn't properly implemented the way that they had said it would have been. Even though it was just not completely. Yeah. And then the lack of free to play options that were previously available in the game and now were removed. All of these issues combined within your first month, even if they fixed it next week, it's going to take months, if not the entire year, to fix that
perception.
Yeah, that perception thing. Thank you.
Yeah, that and also the fact that like people who, even if they like fixed all this stuff, probably still wouldn't come back anyways, because they're like, there's literally nothing to do.
Yeah, because it, and I mean, a lot of them might come back come the winter months, because I feel like with the COVID delays that they wound up having, right? They were already 6 months behind in a lot of the things that they wanted to do. So that's probably why content rolled out as slowly as it is right now worldwide. But even when it comes to winter, people are going to have this perception is like, oh, well, these first 6 months that we had were completely slow. So even if they, have even more content after that 6 months,
it's still going to be slow.
To them, that perception is already going to be there. It's instilled in their mind. It has nothing to do now with the chat issues, which obviously that's how this conversation started. But now there's an even bigger picture, so you just keep adding shit onto that. It just perpetuates this very circle of toxicity, I guess is the way that I'm gonna word that.
Yeah, and it just keeps compounding on over one another over and over and over and over again, because these kinds of things is more or less like stigmas that doesn't fix itself. Yeah, but the question then is like, how do you exactly address the entire issue, right? Because it's not something that can really just be fixed in like you said, in a very short period of time. But
I don't think that these are things that can be fixed in a very short period of time. But again, it's much like, let's have that communication, having a very open-ended letter saying, hey, when we launched it, because they even said it prior to the release of NGS, when the NGS was going to be launched, right? A lot of players were going to have opinions. They were going to think that things weren't exactly implemented correctly. And they wanted players to continue giving them feedback so that way they can fix the game for the long term.
Yep.
Everyone saw this. This was a thing that they openly said on a live stream that they were aware that was going to happen. They were also aware that this was going to happen because of COVID.
Yep.
But reiterating that when people didn't see that, like let's say, the official post or the blurb that they had during the headline thing, right? Or even that official post that was like 3 sentences long, expanding upon that, saying, hey, these are all the things that we know are happening right now. Chat features, free to play, whatever. We know these are happening. We hear you. immediately that will then say, oh, they're listening, because we know they're listening because they're implementing fixes as quickly as they are. But then also saying like explaining, not in detail, but enough to say, we don't know how to fix this and we're still looking into it. And boom, even if you are I hate to say it this way, but even if you're brain dead, there's a way to understand that they're trying.
Yeah.
Because this is the first time that they're experiencing the open world system. And a problem with a lot of games that become open world from having an instance base is open world syndrome, where the game feels incredibly open, but there's nothing in it. And that's where NGS is right now. Will there be stuff in it later? Absolutely. Is there in it now? No. And they need to address that.
Yeah, it is Sega's first experience after all. And you know,
yeah,
I want to say like, man, we should cut them some slack. But in the same way, I also mean we really shouldn't, because they need the feedback so they can improve the game. Like,
yeah. And I think going about it saying, yo, you suck, right? No, that's not how you give feedback. You're like, hey, this is what needs to be fixed. This is an idea maybe that could be implemented. Or even, hey, these are things that need to be addressed. We don't exactly know how they need to be fixed, right? Because I don't work in game development, quote unquote.
Neither.
But this is still a problem. This is why it's a problem. Maybe we can find a fix, because those are ways to constructively give feedback, and that's what more games need.
And the most important thing also is just, you know, the feedback kind of has to come in a very more productive manner, and in a kind of like non-toxic manner, because it's like devs and community managers and everyone, we're all human too, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we want feedback, but we don't want to go and read feedback and be like, man, you suck, man, fucking like go die, man, you know, all this stuff. Like, that doesn't help anyone.
Yeah, I wonder if Japanese players felt the same way, or is it just global player opinion? So there's two things I'm going to talk about in your chat real quick. One of them is the global has swayed a lot of your friends because of scalpers on the market. Scalpers on the market exist even on JP. That's just playing the market. That's a thing that'll exist in every single game.
Yeah.
But as far as Japanese player feedback, you'd be surprised if you look at the JP Twitter to know that JP has been a lot more adamant about these things than global has.
Because also the fact that PSO2 has been in Japan for the past 9 years, well, you can probably expect a lot more fans to be very passionate about, you know, man, you had so much good stuff going on in PSO2 base, and now you fucked it up in NGS.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
I agree. And this person says, I feel like Meseta gain is slower than inflation. That is honestly 100% true, right? Because what the players are seeing is like, hey, in base PSO2, it went for 100 million. Well, I want to make that kind of money again. And that's where the inflation, the scalping,
that and also that all came with just Cradle alone. So
yeah, but it's a when people have this preconceived notion of an economic system, they want the economic system to match their preconceived notion. It's just a thing.
Yeah.
So if I can make 100 million on Booba, I want to make 100 million on Booba.
Yeah. Oh god, my shadow is just talking about like mixed reviews and stuff on Steam. I'm just trying to look at the Steam page. Holy crap!
a lot of the like the Steam reviews are just awful, but then some of them are have some actual feedback because they played the game, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
The biggest problem is that free-to-play have no way to keep up with the market and inflation, and I completely agree. So is it just global players overreacting? I already answered you, and honestly, no, because it's happening worldwide.
It's just less so in JP because multi-accounting is much more difficult in Japan, while for global, it's just. I heard from friends saying that even the GMs literally encourage you to go multi-account for money. I'm like.
So
that's not
I don't know where that came about. You heard about it too? Yeah, because somebody got a DM, and it was one person who got a DM from somebody in the official PSO2 Twitter, or not Twitter, server, and they said it's not against the rules as far as they know. Like, I even have that DM. Hold on.
Because what I have, the only thing like solid evidence that I have is a teammate of mine basically mailed and asked Sega and be like, hey, is it fine if I make like 30 accounts to get money for my main account? And then they're like, yeah, multi-accounting's not against TOS, so you're free to. That was basically the response.
Yeah, and this is the screenshot that kind of went around that. But I don't know where it came from because I also can't see the official email in this. But this is where a lot of that came from.
Oh yeah, no. That's basically exactly the response that my my teammate got too. Is that as long as it's not RMT, it's not against the rules. So yeah, that's kind of one of the reasons why global inflation is like very much happening. Like I see my chat talking about like how market prices and like the hairs and stuff are just like 4 mil and stuff in global. I'm here like in JP, you know, our hairs and stuff are still like in the millions range.
See, I mean, there's only one of them that hit 4 mil, and that was the Wet and Wild. The other one is like,
that one's 2 mil here.
Yeah, I mean, when I bought it, it was 2 mil, so I can account bind it. But now it's like 4 mil because again, the other issue that the game has is the amount of people who are spending money right now, which is actually not a lot when you really think about it.
Yeah, in JP we have a much larger like supply of whales, so to say, compared to global.
And I think a lot of that is because of global players, you know. And Joe was actually in chat earlier talking about it before, and he kind of mentioned it. A lot of global players have the same sentiment where they like NGS. They just are worried about investing in the game because it may not last the year, and that's a worrisome thought.
Yeah, believe it or not, this exact topic has been something that I've been talking with my chat also about last stream that I did on Monday. That like, dude, somebody raised a concern, be like, do you think NGS Global is gonna last for like a year or two? Or like, is it gonna shut down and then JP is gonna be the only server again?
So I don't think the game will shut down because they've already put too many eggs into the basket to make the game global.
Yeah.
I don't think that's ever going to be a thing that's on the table ever. However, the global community takes a lot of its information from the JP side. So even if a lot of players on JP are still playing the game, they're actively talking about it, you'll still see global players. It's going to be work when content actually is available in the game on both sides for the global player base to come back. And it also has everything to do with how Sega is then going to present how they have all of this new content. If it becomes island content again, where the best place to do content is Defense Quest and everything else is kind of, you know, thrown to the side, or everything is Time Attacks is the best place to make money, you know.
Yeah.
If everything has this very specific one way of doing things, that's not what people want. That is a very old idea of creating video games that is no longer welcome in today's game space.
Yeah, the times really change. But the thing is, like, Mark, if you look at Sega's resume in working on games like these, right? Well, not games like NGS specifically, but just like games in general. Do you know about like Project Sekai and like, you know, the Yakuza games and like a lot of the other Sega franchises?
Yeah.
Honestly,
I may not have played them, but I know about them.
I generally wish they treated NGS literally like at least 1/10 like what they did with Project Sekai. And I think right now Project Sekai is literally like the most successful Sega game, period. In terms of hype, in terms of marketing, in terms of presentation, in terms of everything. It's like Sega's like precious child now or something like that, even though it's supposed to be PSO2. It's like, one of my teammates say this exact quote. It's like, Sega's trying to treat PSO2 like its own Final Fantasy 14 or something when it's not.
Mm-hmm.
But like, the whole point of me just like saying this is the fact that, like, you know, Sega can do the marketing, Sega can do the presentation, Sega can do all the everything that they're doing for like these other games, because they've already proven so in those other franchises that they can do it. But it's just not coming through in PSO2 right now.
Yeah, and I agree. But I feel like, personally though, I feel like it's a little bit easier for them to market something like Phantasy Star Online than it is something like Project Sekai. Project Sekai has a big name behind it already because it's a Hatsune Miku game. It's great. It's fantastic. It's also a mobile game. Mobile games generally nowadays are actually a lot.
For sure.
There's a reason. There's a reason why people are going into the mobile game market nowadays.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? Because it's just easier to market. It's easier for people to get their hands on, and it's easier for you to spend money on these games. But to the point, regardless of whether or not who was actually handled by, because it's still published by Sega, you have to then take into account things like the PC release of Persona 4. You have to take into account the success of Yakuza Like a Dragon. To your point, Sega has a huge track record to make successful games, regardless of whether or not those companies are subsidiaries of Sega. So why are they not learning from how those games were launched is my question then.
Exactly.
So yeah, I fully agree with you.
Exactly. That and also the fact that, you know, they had literally 8 years of PSO to even base off of, because like PSO2 New Genesis is still PSO2.
Yeah, and because there's already 8 years, it's like you had 8 years to figure out where your game came from, how that would happen, how it became successful in Japan, and then improve on that system. To anyone who, and this is another reason why a lot of players are actually mad, both on the global and JP side, is because you had 8 years to figure out why your game was successful. You did it close to the end of episode 6, and for a lot of players, both on global and JP, it felt like with the release of NGS, they learned nothing from their most successful episode. They learned nothing. They learned how to make good combat, but not what made a good game.
One of the things that, like, maybe I should point out, but I kind of don't really want to because it feels like a bit of like name calling, but I'll still say it anyways. So in the whole history of like PSO2, right? Episode like 1 was like whatever. Episode 2 was like, okay, people are starting to really know the game and stuff like that. Episode 3, episode 4 was like the crux of PSO2 popularity. It was like so big then. It was literally like the biggest it's ever been in like mid to late episode 4, after they fix the whole like first struggles of the initial episode 4 whole like isekai whole everything, where people are just like so mad about like what the fuck is wrong with the story and all that stuff. But like late episode 4 is the absolute biggest height of PSO2 that's ever been. And then that's also exactly when they start to split the team to work less on PSO2 and develop NGS. And then boop, episode 5 comes in, and that's where the player popularity is at an all-time low from being at the all-time high. So it's like, what's going on there, right? And then after that, the episode 5 director retired, and then they got Yoshioka, which is the current director right now, for episode 6 of PSO2 to work on the game on episode 5 later on, and then episode 6. And so what happens is when NGS was revealed, we kind of figure out and saw that the current directors of the game that is directing PSO2 NGS right now is the directors of episode 5. So, yeah.
I mean, so I will say this. As far as directors are concerned, regardless of whether or not a game is a thing, they still have a lot of their previous team currently working on it. Like you still have Yoshioka who's working on combat and a lot of the game balancing and stuff like that. Like that's still a thing. So in terms of storyboarding, I feel like that is a very small issue compared to the balance. Like I don't think that them being the episode directors gives too much like, hey, this is going to be a shit show style of game, especially considering the fact that right now it has nothing to do with their storyboarding and the way that they want to implement the content. It's everything to do with just how much they had at the release of the game. So I don't really want to blame it on the directors or anything like that, but it absolutely should have been a call that this game was not ready. And regardless of who's in charge of that call, they should have made it. This game was not ready.
Yeah.
This is, as everyone's calling it, and it's not just one side, it's everyone. Yeah. This is an open beta.
They probably think of it more like, you know, it's you know, this day and age, live services game, everything is okay and stuff like that. And I have a lot of my friends also are just like, yo, I'm kind of happy to end this release now rather than me having to wait like another year or something like that. And like I kind of agree, but also very disagree at the same time. And also the reason that I, you know, bring up the whole director thing is because it's the biggest like hot topic within the Japanese community right now. That's all it is, really. Because like everywhere I look at like articles or like stuff like that, they always note back to directors. And then, you know, games really, like Japanese games really like point towards the directors a lot. Like, you know, you see people like Yoshi P from Final Fantasy, or like you see like Yoko Taro from like Nier series and all that stuff. Like directors within like the Japanese game community is a very big figure, you know. It's a very big figure. Directors within a lot of games are a very big figure, which is why whenever we talk about, you know, people who are I'm sorry to bring this up on your stream, where we talk about certain certain video game creators who should not be named, that's a big deal. You know, like people who've created Fable or Five Nights at Freddy's. There's a reason why they get ostracized from the game community, because nobody wants to have that name from the director, no matter how good the game might be. Nobody wants to have the name on it. But the difference is that a lot of the Japanese game styles take a lot from the directors because they determine how the game is ran. They don't determine how the game continues, you know, going forward. Like with Yoshi P, for example, he says, this is what we need to do. These are my ideas. Let's make it happen. And then he goes and says, well, this doesn't exactly look like what I envisioned. Let's try to do it this way. It's still one person's vision. Yeah. And that's kind of the blessing behind it, is a lot of these games, when it comes to these, you know, when it comes to the Japanese development side, it's one person's vision, and then everyone helps to create that. Having two directors, again, I don't think it's a problem, or having multiple people direct the game is a problem, because it's kind of like a Doctor Who. I don't know if you watch Doctor Who at all. The problem becomes storyboard continuity versus the actual balance of the game, because the people who are balancing the game, they'll always be there, and they're the ones who are like, hey, we got this. To somebody's point in chat, they are listening to player feedback, because they kind of have to. But, you know, I can see where the agree and the disagree parts come in. And I mean, I don't fully think it's ever going to be completely on the directors of a game, but I completely understand how that becomes a case if we look at both, you know, the video game industry as a whole. Yep. Although we do have Yoshioka still working. Yoshioka being the episode 6 director of PSO2, base PSO2. He's working as the items director right now. So like all the weapon potentials, all the balancing of the weapons and stuff like that, that's on Yoshioka right now, which is cool. I kind of wish that he would continue to be the director because I don't know, I feel like Yoshioka is very, he has a very particular style. Like he focuses a lot on just like the fun of the gameplay. I mean, look at the classes he made. Phantom, Etoile, Luster, and like all the movement abilities and all the everything right there is just like in NGS right now. It's just like just a testament to how good Yoshioka is in like his vision of actually creating what a fun game is to him.
I can agree to that. I also want to then say that I completely agree to that, to the point where we saw Phantom, Etoile, and Hero come out before he took the reins as director, right? And those were incredibly well-made classes. So I think it's a testament to his input on the game, but not necessarily him, if that makes sense. Because we do have a sample size of 3 other classes that came out before he took the role as director.
Oh no. He took director like before like Phantom Etoile came out. So that
Did he?
Yeah. It's mid episode 5.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Phantom Etoile Luster is all episode 6 classes, so that's on him.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just one of the things that I think is very important as well is that Yoshioka was a player from since like episode 1, so he is an actual like player of the game. You can also see very clearly too that like
he's in tune with the most with what players wanted. I think that's the best way to phrase that.
Yeah, exactly. Because like sometimes it's also the question of like, you know, does the devs and does the, you know, all these like teams, do they actually play the game as well? Like, are they like active players or do they just work on it, right? It's just a matter of that question as well.
Yeah, I think it's easy to say that a lot of developers don't play their game, but I don't know, from my experience, you know, being in the game industry as long as I have, as both a content creator and people who have worked, you know, behind the scenes, they play their games a lot. And you can honestly tell when they don't play their own games.
Yeah.
Borderlands.
Hey man, it'd be like that sometimes, you know. This is how it is.
Yeah. It is a very unfortunate circumstance right now.
It is.
When you start looking at everything that PSO has to now fight going forward.
And one of the issues that I find personally, believe it or not, like one of the biggest issues right now that I find with like all the issues moving forward is the fact that there's a roadmap. Not because that the roadmap exists, but rather because there is a roadmap. We kind of like have a compound of like, oh, this is gonna happen here, this is gonna happen there. And it's just like, it feels like everything is very set in stone, because if they deviate from the roadmap and stuff, people might start questioning like, are you gonna, you know, stick with your promises and stuff? Because especially like for the Japanese side, right? Number one is that when a company makes like a promise and stuff like that, it's very strict on them that they will have to, you know, stick with exactly what they say. Otherwise, you're gonna be called out to be like a fraud or like whatever. Even if the roadmap is empty as shit, it's really hard for them to deviate on it. Even if they make a statement like, okay, after some plans or like whatnot, we decided to change the roadmap and stuff. People are still going to be on their tails, because that's just how Japanese culture is. Unlike like, you know, global game companies where it's like, oh, we decided to change this, or like when they put a note down, it's like, this roadmap is not indicative of the final or something like that. It doesn't really happen within like the Japanese culture as much. It's just the one thing that small concerns me. Of course, they can still, you know, change up things and do all that stuff, but I'm just speaking from a perspective of the culture.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I don't think having that perspective is a bad thing. By the way, I completely understand that.
I don't know.
I will say
I was
though,
really
I do.
concerned.
I will say that, like in terms of roadmaps are concerned, I understand the very, the culture aspect behind things where they're very strict on timing, right? They're like, it has to be out by this point. However, if something's done and you know that it's done well, I think it's actually okay to deviate from that roadmap. Bring things out early if they're done and you know that they're going to be implemented well. That's the thing. If they're going to be implemented well. Because right now, the way that the game is set is, if they were to bring out defense quests early, I don't think anyone would have any issues at all. If they were to bring out trigger quests, depending on how they're going to be implemented, I don't think anybody would have any issues at all.
Yeah.
Assuming that they're done well. But to your point, it's kind of the culture doesn't exactly aim for that.
Yeah. It's a big cultural shift and a culture shock, when one company from like one specific culture tries to go for like the global market, where the culture, where the people, where everything is completely different, is very just question mark. That's all I can say. It's just like a big question mark. And I understand it personally because, like, I'm a small Asian guy that comes from a half like Japanese Thai family, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't really understand the global culture either, to be honest.
You'd be surprised to saying that global culture is more so just a combination of literally everyone else's. Just the vocal minority is a lot more vocal than the vocal minority in any other culture. Yeah. So when something's toxic and they're blatantly garbage, I hate saying it that way. Yeah. You'll hear about that more before you hear about any of the good shit.
Yeah. Which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing, I think that it's perfectly good that people are speaking up, but it goes back again to the point that we had earlier, right? That it's good to have feedback and thing as long as it's constructive and not just like, haha, your game sucks, go die.
I agree. I think even more so, we're going to have this conversation for the next, I don't know, month at the very least, until at the very least Braver launches, right? This is going to be the conversation we're going to be having. This is going to be what players are afraid of. And I do think that one of the big cornerstones that a lot of existing players are, who are like, man, I really like the game and they have this roadmap and I'm really hoping the game succeeds, right? Those players are going to be looking at the Braver and Defense Quest launch with very strong scrutiny, because they're going to be like, well, this might be how the rest of the game is played. And then for those of you guys who are wanting to return to the game in winter, they're going to be looking at the game and being like, all right, did they add more than just one new skill?
Yeah.
And, 3 new quests, because that's going to be another major play. But also, just on the point of content, I have a sneaking suspicion we're going to get more story content soon.
Yeah, I do think the story content has to be in 100%.
Well, I mean, the reason why I have the sneaking suspicion is because they're also going to be, they have a story completion campaign. And why would they have that?
Yep, every time.
Why would they have that if there's literally nothing to complete?
Exactly.
So, it makes me feel like that, we're going to start seeing that to be like a much bigger trend when an NGS comes out, and they might be doing the story in like smaller installments versus how they did it back in, base PS2. So that way the story is longer and more expansive.
Yeah. And I mean, story is content, like people want to grind. People have the incentive to grind, because it's like, if you lock story behind like, the power level, like whatever, is that people will have the motivation to grind if they care and are interested about the story.
I absolutely agree.
And incentive can come in many shapes and form too, whether it be like, you know, new classes or like new access to areas or everything. Which kind of makes me think of like the current Genshin quote unquote issue. I've been having a lot of my like friends who were thinking about like getting to Genshin. They just like talk to me about this stuff, and they were just telling me like, because I don't really play Genshin a lot, so I can't really fill in a lot of the details. But basically, I think a whole new region is about to be released, right, for Genshin.
Are you talking about with the 2.0 update for Genshin?
Yeah, I think it's like Inazuma something.
Yeah, it's
something?
Inazuma, and what that entails is they're adding in an entire brand new region, an entire new story, new characters. It's like basically the way that MiHoYo does it, right? Is whenever they add a new region or they add a new segment to their game, it's a version update. So it goes from 1 point whatever to 2 point whatever, right?
Mhm.
And it's basically them releasing an entirely new game on top of something that they have. It's that much content usually.
Mhm.
Again, the only sample size I have is Honkai, which Honkai is fucking great. But if they continue that trend, then you're going to see that in Genshin too. And PSO, I think, needs to have something like that. Whenever the new region comes out, it's a massive update. Like, it's huge.
Yeah. So in point to like what my friend was like complaining about is like they were talking about like, you know, all these new waifu characters and stuff, but they don't play the game yet, right? They were to be like, should I like play the game and stuff? And then they're just thinking like, man, you know, all these characters, but I literally can't even like level them and stuff because I don't have enough AR to get into Inazuma or like the new region because it's like locked behind story, locked behind something. So like even if they roll the gacha for the new characters, they can't even play them because they don't have access to.
So that's wrong, because whenever you get a character in Genshin, it's not locked to a story or anything. You could just play the character. It's
No, but you can't like level them up because the ascension materials and stuff are stuck behind Inazuma, which is stuck behind like a level cap or something.
So like, let's say Inazuma in this case, usually what something would happen like that, and I'll use Honkai as the example, you wouldn't be able to level them up to a max level, but you can still level them up and use them up to a certain point because they'll use older materials and then they'll use newer materials. So that way everything becomes relevant. So, I mean, that's how they handled it before. I mean, the way that Inazuma might handle it might be exactly that, but I don't think that'll be the case. Because that would actually hurt them in the long run. I got this new character, but I have to be AR 30 to be, which honestly, the story ever only requires you to hit. I think if you did like the main story of Genshin, right? By the time you're done, you hit like AR 33, which is where Inazuma takes off. So I don't think anybody will ever really have that issue long term. So I don't know. That's just my opinion.
I don't know the details, honestly. I'm just like half talking out of my ass here and just like going by the he said, she said kind of thing.
No.
So,
and there's nothing wrong. Like, again, you're looking to gain the info. I'm here to tell you, so it's fine. There's things we don't go to RC for. Genshin Impact and math. We figured that.
Hey, man. I have things I know, okay? But there's also a lot of things I don't know.
But if I want to know how to look good, I'll go to RC. Yeah, gotcha's the fucking problem. I mean, we say that playing Phantasy Star Online 2 and literally having a fashion gotcha, but at the same time, FOMO's a real bitch when you play Genshin, dude. Even if the character's shit, dude, FOMO hits
I'm
you
pretty
hard.
okay with cosmetics being the paid content, and those cosmetics are also tradable in the player market.
True, but like, let's say that I don't know. There's a certain dive that I want. I have to spend $90 because FOMO's gonna hit me real hard.
Oh god. See, normally like PSO never really did that. Like, believe it or not, I have so many friends who are like for 9 years completely just free to play, or like some friends who survived on like $70 for the entirety of like 9 years, basically. Which is kind of the beauty of it. I haven't, believe it or not, I personally don't even spend, if at all, on PSO2 until like last year, where people on my chat were like, "Artsy, do the costume gotcha." I'm like, okay, I'll go top up. Like, I've spent more on fucking like scratches in the past 6 months than I've ever spent in my entire life playing PSO2. Thanks, chat.
Right.
Thanks, chat.
I'll be honest, dude. Every time I roll the gacha, I'm actually going for the bonus rewards, like the $90 dive, the you know, the swim emotes.
Yeah.
I go for emotes because that's what gives me FOMO. I'll look at somebody doing a pretty little dance or a vocal performance, and I'm like, God damn, I want that.
Nah, I understand. But like, even for me, I haven't even spent on NGS except for like the first day of NGS, because again, thanks, chat. But yeah, I'm just like, yeah, I just think it's pretty cool that you can just, you know, survive and just play on normally, and then it doesn't even like affect that much. Like, I have all my characters, I have everything, basically being more or less free to play than not. So, speaking of, I haven't even checked the new scratch listings yet.
Oh God. So I saw your chat. Roll gotcha.
What do you mean?
歌の力ってすごい。私も
Chat,
アイドル
what
に
do
なり
you
たい。
mean?
ありがとう。
I have nothing I want to roll. Okay, I'll do the free scrap. Okay.
Roll for booba. Roll for booba.
There you go. Hey, it's the costume I don't need. Perfect. I get a SG recycle back. Chat, no, chat, stop. We're not doing that.
Chat, just chat. Listen, you know you want to do. You want to just say roll for booba. Roll for booba.
What do you mean, roll for booba? Mark, all these freaking lobby actions, I basically have like 90% of all of them.
Roll for booba.
There's nothing for me to roll on. I have everything. I literally have like everything.
Yeah, roll for booba.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, there was a breast pad, wasn't it?
Yeah, roll for booba.
Wait, where is? Hold on, let me see. Where is it? I think it's this one. Oh god, there's so many indoors items. What the? Hold on. Let me see what the booba is even called. What is it even called? Holy shit. Dude, there's so
Isn't
much
it-
stuff on the scratch. Why is there so
Yeah, dude. They literally revived almost every accessory and emote.
Oh my god. Why
Yeah,
is there
it's
so
awful,
many?
but great at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, side extensions. Oh, I can get a hair extension.
Wait a
Dude,
minute,
that's so
Global
edgy.
had Global has emotes in this scratch that we didn't get before. Oh no.
Oh yeah, no, I completely understand that, because again, in JP it's a revival, right? But for Global, like probably half of that is like new.
Oh yeah, there's new. What? No.
Uh-oh. I don't like the sound of that.
Yeah, because when I went to go look, and I'm like, wait, I've never seen this emote on Global. Oh, wait a minute. That's why.
What are you looking at specifically?
So we let me go back into the thing.
Oh, I have the plaid shirt. Yo, I need the plaid shirt.
So I don't think we had Super Koto. Oh no, yeah, we did. That was the I'm sorry emote.
Mm-hmm.
But hold on. There was one I literally had just saw because I don't have it.
Oh my god, Sylvan Ahoge is cute as hell. I should put this on more often.
Wait, did we have Tai Chi?
Oh, there's the boot pad. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god, no! 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 Chat, stop! I just wanted to... Okay, that was bad. That was a nightmare fuel right there. That should not be a thing.
I can't figure out which emotes I have and which ones I don't.
Yeah. Wait. JP exclusives coming... Hold on. Wait. Oh shit, dude! Mark! What the fuck? A lot of the bonus
Yeah, I'm
scratch
pretty sure
items are bonus items that you get for buying AC in PSO2. Like,
hold on, let me see.
stuff like some of the lobby actions were only available as like if you...
What? Wait a minute. Yeah, so in global, some of the like play with kitty was never a thing before, by the way. In global, missile, pitfall, and flash step, those were only available in a global Xbox.
Yeah, a lot of these, some of them, these are exclusives to the scratch bonuses from years ago.
Yo, I hate and love this at the same time. Well,
I actually never have these. Wait, let me see the scratch bonuses for some of the other ones too.
okay.
Yeah,
at least
no, I got her too. What's a the Wait, what, dude? These are items that came from the thingy. Buying the fashion catalog books, the materials collection books from like episode 2, episode 3, and 4.
Oh wait, yeah, I see that. Oh hey, look, weapon stealthing. Yeah.
Wait, weapons? Wait, dude, wait, what? Did you say weapon? It's actually there.
What do you mean you don't have? Hold on. Do they have it in the scratch? They still don't have Shao Hair 2 is able to be gotten. Mad about it.
His stealth weapon is a what? Wait, what? Why is it a 70 scratch bonus?
It costs 50 mil RC on global, not on JP. Well, shit.
Wait, why is it 70 roll? Hold on, let me. Okay, calculator. 70 rolls is times 7.
Isn't that $80?
That's like $150. Nani?
Buying the catalog is cheaper too. True.
Buying the catalog is cheaper, yeah. Like I'd rather buy the $20 catalog. Thank you very much.
Chat. Remember, RC plays JP doesn't play global. Weapon stealthing on JP is like 700 billion for no fucking reason.
Oh no, I have stealthing. Don't worry. I have it since like. But that's
Wait,
cool
does
though.
Does that mean I can sell my old camos now?
Oh, I don't think you can sell the stuff you got from base PSO2, but like if you roll these items, you can sell it in NGS.
Oh, I think all the ones that are available in the scratch you can sell. Hold on.
Yeah, I think so. Wait, you mean the old?
Oh wait, yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't think you can sell the old. But like, if you just got it, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, the long cam, Mark! I want to rolls for the log.
See, chat, he was gonna do it anyway.
I wasn't gonna do it, but I don't want to. But I want the log.
Oh, I love how we get they added katana weapons camos as a part of the scratch bonus. We don't even have.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Scratch 20 times and you get the
Oh, the katana
Kokoronashi.
romanticist katana. I have this. I have this. Wait, what? Why is the log a launcher?
Wait a minute. Hold on. Global. So, wait a minute. Some of these on the scratch are free on global side if we sign up with Epic Games.
Huh? Wait, like
So
what?
50, if you do 50 scratches for the gunblade, you get the Mistalin
The missile team?
and you get Skullstrom. Yeah, those two are free on global.
Uh-huh. No, but these already existed in JP. Like it's basically like you just trade weapon badges and shit. It's pretty free. That's kind of funny.
So then why are they you know what?
Technically,
I'm not.
I can literally just go to base PSO2 right now and just trade some weapon badges and I'll be fine. So,
Oh, he's rolling for log, chat. Roll for log. Roll for log.
oh my god, no. No, Mark, I am not whaling.
Roll for log.
I am absolutely not whaling. Okay?
For log?
No whale.
Just have to do only 25.
No whale.
Only
Mark,
25.
Mark, that's like what? There's like $40 something. I can
Yeah,
go
and then
get
think
I can
about-
get
yeah.
dinner for like 3 days instead.
Yeah. But think about the log you'll have.
Oh my god.
That you may never get again.
No,
Ever.
but the thing is like
May
all these
never
weapon
come back.
camos I don't want either.
Yeah, then you could just sell them and make money. But then think about it this way.
Mark, I have 565k, 569k, and I'm perfectly satisfied, okay?
Yeah, but think about the millions you'd have.
Oh my god. Is there any even weapon camos I want? I don't need the rainbow sword or the lustrous blade. I have both of them. I have the tracking neon. I have the Nea sword. I have altered divide. Mark, I have all the featured items.
Get them again.
What the fuck? Wait,
Look,
what?
look,
They even put the weapon camos
listen.
from the Idola collab?
Yeah, they even have ones from the Yakuza collabs and
Oh
stuff.
my god.
Wait a minute. They have the My Fists camo in global now.
With the what fist?
It's literally the fist camo. Like they're just giant black fists.
Oh. Man, all these weapon camos look so bad. I don't want anything.
But log.
Mark, no. Wait, XM8? What is that? Ooh. That looks cool as shit. That was from the winner's design scratch.
Wait a minute. Oh.
I guess Elective
The
Fit is
glor-
the classic.
The Glorious Sentinel on globals bugged on this scratch preview, but it works in game. That's funny.
Oh, that's funny. Shit, what do you mean donation goal?
Roll the scratch.
Yamete! I like it how there's like bow camos and katana camos and all that stuff here now as well. I find that really funny. What is that? Is that nunchucks?
Yeah.
Why is it? Oh, that's weird. Yeah, there's a lot of the item design contest winners. Speaking of item design, Mark, are you gonna enter the item design contest?
I can't fucking draw for shit. What do you mean?
Why not? You just draw something and just be like, "Hi, Sega. This is an idea."
Listen, any idea that I could possibly have would require me commissioning another artist, though. I can guarantee you get put in the game.
Hey man, I think it's worth
I get
it.
money for that right now.
I think it's worth it. Cause like if you actually have like an idea you really, really want to do, like I think it's worth it. Give it a shot. Okay,
ain't got money
who
to
would buy
commission
this
an artist
fucking
right now.
wedding cake spear? It's literally rectangular.
Listen, man, I'm trying to have a beautiful wedding. What a beautiful wedding. What a beautiful wedding.
Wait, are the bonus scratch items are not tradable, right?
No, these don't seem tradable either.
Fuck.
Roll 4.
Yeah, there's literally nothing I want at all.
Are the weapon skins tradable? Hold on. No. Only a few of them are.
Hold on.
So all of the ones that were previously free, like the Arbor, the Skullstrom, the Misthalin, the Artemis and Rapier, the White Disaster, and Weapon Stealthing, those are the only tradable ones.
Hold on, let me see.
So roll 4 log. Roll
Oh my
4
lord.
log.
No! The log is not on the market!
Because it's not tradable.
Dude, I should have rolled 5 rolls for the log back in PSO2. When it came out with the winner's design scratch, I should have rolled exactly 5 times. It's literally a 5 roll bonus for the log.
Do I want a chip? Or are they Doritos?
Isn't Doritos a chip?
I mean, yeah, that's why I asked. I mean, I don't know what chip I want, but I want Doritos. Sweet spicy chili to be exact.
Oh god. No, Shat.
The best Doritos out there. Let's go.
I have a strong will, Shat. You will not convince me this time. You don't win this time, Shat. It's okay. What's up, beef? Oh god. 70 rolls for weapon stealthing? Yeah. But man, honestly, that's kind of insane though. They put literally 4 scratches out at the same time. Like, if that's not cash grab, I don't know what is, honestly.
When do these expire?
Let's see. They expire.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, they basically last until like August, which is like 4 weeks. Yeah, exactly 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. 3 weeks. 4 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure I agree with that one, Sega. 3 scratches at the same time, revivals or not?
4.
I'm not sure I agree with this.
4 scratches plus the 3 NGS scratches. 4 actually, because Oracle revival as well. Yeah, there's the Million Soldiers, there's the Wedding one, there's the Oracle revival, there's the Aqua whatever thing that just came out. 4 normal NGS scratches and 4 revival scratches. Holy shit.
Yeah, Sega. Listen, I love you, but I don't have $300 to spend right now. Okay, thanks. Gotta go.
Hey, Mark, you can ask for, a sponsored stream. Maybe they'll help you sponsor some gotcha money.
Bro, if Sega were to ever sponsor me, that'd be the biggest mistake of their life. Let's be honest.
Oh god.
I am the least family friendly streamer on the fucking planet.
Now see, here's the thing. Even if Sega sponsored me to stream, I wouldn't even roll because there's nothing I want. Wait, now that I realize it, they have hairstyles. They have what is it? Lobby actions. They have accessories. They have camos. But where's the costumes at?
They're back in base PSO2. Smile.
Hold on, I need to see some hairstyles. Oh god, this is gonna be a. Oh my god, that's such a long hair. There's so many of these hairs I literally like never even seen before. Honestly, I might as well take some time to just take a look at some hairs. Oh yeah, I like the Wolfbang. It's really nice. And of course, Teresa hair is a classic Sylvie hair. Very nice. There's some hairs like this one. I really like the bangs. I feel like it's really nice. Oh, they got the Idola call-up hair and stuff too. Interesting.
I wish they would have actually made all these hairstyles NGS related.
Yeah.
Because I like the way that NGS hairstyles get colored more.
I agree.
But like some of these hairstyles, I really do enjoy.
Yeah, same. And I think it's perfectly fine even if you use them, even though it's not like, you know, NGS. So I think it's okay. At least you have them, right? At the very least.
Yeah.
And I think it's even just good to have the catalog up so people can at least like, you know, preview and see their character with like more hairs and more styles and everything. Even if it's like a scratch that's not for sale or whatever, just like even just having a catalog in game, I think is a really good thing too. How do you feel about that one?
Having just like a catalog in game, I think that'd be good.
Yeah, where people can just preview whatever.
I think that actually be good for a lot of people.
Yeah.
As much as I enjoy being able to preview things from the scratch, once it's gone, I want to be able to like see it on my character, just in case it's like on the market and I want to buy it.
Yeah.
Like see if it's worth me spending the 100 mil or whatever.
And also better preview windows. What the fuck is this coloring? Shiva hair, please. I mean Harriet hair. Well, I mean it's same thing. but yeah. Listen, chat, you cannot tempt me to scratch. I refuse. Holy shit, there's like Excella hair and stuff too. Whoa. Dude, the hairstyle scratch might actually be really worth it, honestly. I almost previewed the Mohawk. Almost.
You're dreaming about log tonight.
And man.
True.
Instead of dreaming about a log, I can go watch Log Horizon! No, I'm just kidding. That was bad. that was honestly really bad. Yeah, Mark, recommend me some animes actually.
Right now, 86.
Huh?
There's one actually called 86. It's what it's called.
86?
Yeah. It's an anime that just ended, and it's literally one of my favorites.
Really?
That's come out in like the most recent years. Yeah.
Man, this catalog is huge. The more I look at it, I'm just like, holy shit, this is huge. There's probably at least like 200 items in this scratch.
Yeah, there's a lot that
oh my god.
I may not roll.
That's crazy.
Vivi's alright. 86 is honestly like, I don't know, is the top tier. Vivi is one of those where it's like it's very choice, in my opinion. I don't think a lot of people would enjoy that, but 86 I think is a much broader spectrum for anybody who's like, yeah, recommend me an anime. There's one that's still ongoing. It's To Your Eternity. That's really good. There's it's just a stupid anime that came out last season as well. I've been killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level. It's another isekai.
I know that Hondo Kaide, which is like my favorite VA, voices in one of the characters there with Aoyuki.
Yeah. And I mean, those are the ones that are like more recent. It would really depend on like what your taste in anime is, because like I don't know. I went back just so I can finish watching Zombieland Saga recently, and so I can also finish another anime called what's the English title? Omasake or Osamake, rom-com where the childhood friend won't lose.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've also been watching Odd Taxi. Odd Taxi is really fucking good. Like I never thought I'd enjoy an anime about taxis.
Dude, there's anime for everyone, you know, different strokes for different folks. Like that's perfectly fine. Now I'm just looking at these scratches and I'm just like, you know what? I'm actually kind of happy that at least, you know, the scratch bonus is at 15. You can choose at 15 scratches. At the very least. Better than nothing. The stuff like hairstyles I like agree on, but like the accessory stuff, that's kind of rough. I feel like accessory you kind of just like want as much stuff as possible, but for hairstyle it's a lot more specific.
Yeah. All right. It is 6:30 in the morning, so I'm gonna dip out. RC, thanks for having me, buddy.
Yeah, no, thanks so much, Mark, for hanging out. Really appreciate you, buddy.
Always.
Hope you're
I'll
doing
see
well,
you guys
man.
later.
We can chat
man.
again sometimes if you want to.
Always around. So, all right, RC.
Take care, dude.
I'll see you guys later. Peace.
All right, chat. Don't forget to go follow Mark on all his social medias as well, whether it be Twitter /Kawichi and stuff like that. Hold on, let me link to Mark. Go follow Mark. Mark is good boy. Here you go. Thanks, Mark. You guys should go follow his Twitter and stuff. I'm just gonna leave that on the screen for a little bit. But yeah, it's always a really good perspective to talk to Mark and stuff, because like for me personally, Mark is someone who has a lot of experience in at least like the whole gaming industry, and also like gacha and as a creator and stuff like that. Gives me a lot of personal perspective in terms of like me as a completely new player versus Mark, who's like a veteran. And also Mark's just a really pleasant guy to talk to, so it's always a pleasure for me too. But I hope you guys did enjoy that though. I think Mark's a really pleasant person to hang out and just be around. So, and yeah, that's I guess one of the things I really love about the PSO2 community is that, you know, we get to have these moments, and we really just get to sit and chat and all that stuff. It's wonderful, in my opinion. I love it. I really do enjoy hanging out with a lot of these people, and they're all just pleasant people. So, makes me really happy. Anyways, it's back to you and me now, Shot. Back to us. It's actually kind of like almost dinner time for me too. Maybe I should probably like wrap up very soon and just make something to eat because I'm actually getting a little bit hungry. But the log chat, if you guys make this like a Discord thing or like a social media thing where everyone's just like pinging me or like tagging me about like logs and stuff, I would literally fucking like choke all of you, I swear. If I go hungry and say for long, hey, listen. I don't have that much money to spend, okay? Donate this man a log camo. Hey, listen. It's comedy, okay? It's comedy. It's okay. I am perfectly content. You guys don't worry. Go full Asian, man? I am Asian though. What are you talking about? I'll have you know, I know a lot of things are true about rice, okay? Long save lives. Pookie, please! You know who I am! Also, oh my god, Aries fucking pinging me. I freaking swear I'll slap people. The gotcha screams in my weakness. Nah, I'm okay. You parkour to follow me. Hey, listen here, buddy. It's okay. Ari! I will fucking... I swear. Log keeps the toxicity away? Like the Read manga LA? I think it's like LA Famitsu or something. Hold on, LA Read Famitsu? What's the... Hold on, let me go to the lobby actions listing real fast. Oh my god. There it is. Found it. Ah, yes. Reading a PSO2 Famitsu article in PSO2. How wonderful. You have the trading card one instead. Oh, the TCG one? Yeah. TCG is insane. PSO2ception. Hey, look. It's like, it's Neki. The Famitsu one. There's Hitsuki there and Mother. So intent. You can see Sylvie's butt. Oh my god, the butt actually sits on the chair properly. Such high quality? Yeah, I know, right? That's so intense. It's really uses reading a book so intensely. Oh no, I feel like I can like clip this or something. What do you mean I will off stream? No, Robo, you didn't miss anything. I am not rolling scratches, okay? Listen. Chat, you would not tempt me. I will not roll. Period. I don't have that. I don't have that much financial stability to do that. I wish I did, but it's not the reality of the situation, unfortunately. Oh, the male version is just you just stand. Man, it's so animated. 1,000 rolls, dude. Chat, what do you think I am? What do you think I am? Like some like 1 mil, like I don't know, 10,000, 100,000, 200,000 like clickbaity Twitch streamer, YouTuber that does like, oh my god, 5 things that is totally awesome about PSO2, and you basically list the game's basic functions. And then get like 200k views per video or something, and then just like be super rich. Unfortunately, that's not how it is. Oh my god, it's a log. Get away from me. Just kidding. No, please do not. Don't pay me to get the log. Don't do that. That's no. I do not accept donations for the log, okay? all donations goes to living expenses, okay? And also saving money for the future and helping out my family because COVID problems. Because in case you guys don't know, my family, we work in the entertainment business. So stuff like concerts and shows and stuff like that. But basically we haven't had proper like jobs or income for at least like a year or two now because COVID. You know, if we're concert organizers, we can't organize concerts because COVID. But yeah, it's a bit of a rough situation if we're just talking about like actual financial stuff, but I'm okay though for the most part, so no worries. I can't parkour. I'm so bad at this. And yeah, COVID sucked. But no worries though. I'm perfectly okay. Just more or less have to be a little more, you know, considerate about spending stuff. But hey, maybe when PSO2NGS actually fixes its shit in like a year later or something, I'll actually have money to roll scratches if I wanted to. Maybe. But we'll see. It's okay. Big brain? Anyways, what I'll do is probably just like run the EQ and then pretty much like finish up the stream today. So just want to say thank you so much, you guys, for hanging out. It was really cool that we got the conversation with like Mark and everyone and stuff. And of course, having you guys here as the community to really just like talk about the issues and stuff, and just it's really nice to see. So I'm happy. I really hope though that like in a year NGS will kind of like really pick up its shit, you know? Wait, Blue, did you actually donate? Can I refund the donation? Shills, King, and Karon. I actually have no idea who those are, but I'll take it as a compliment. Thank you. It's cool catching up since you stopped playing as well. Yeah, I think it's perfectly fine. Because like, even if you don't play it until like December, you're still not gonna miss any like real content drops or anything at all. You'd be perfectly okay. Like perfectly okay. Oh, those two. Yeah, I love Caro. You just hope the economy isn't in shambles. I really hope that NA market doesn't go too like batshit crazy because the inflation and everything. Because like in JP, we, like I said earlier about like the multi-account thing, SEGA is a lot more anal about like multi-account, but because circumstances, you have to allow multi-accounting on global, so it kind of like fuels into the whole inflation a little bit more. But I really hope, like genuinely hope, that everything is going to be okay. Financial constraints, yeah. I'm grateful that JP economy isn't like completely destroyed for now, but we'll have to see. Self-esteem. Are you actually serious? Oh my god, did Fly just fucking tweet at me on Twitter? Okay, there we go. And endorse Wing's accessory or shop trap? That's a bit rough. But yeah, it's like SEGA tries to control the economy, but like there's a lot of caveats to it, exactly, so it's a bit rough. A bit rough. It's quite a bit of like rough times and everything, but like I think it's something that hopefully will fix itself over time, but I probably don't think that's gonna be the case. The only actual way to fix the whole issue with like the economy boom and everything is just that you just need more supply in the market. Also here, let me go to the tweet. Here. Look at that. Freaking Fly. You look, love that gif, dude. And yeah, if they put max price, then yeah, it does fix quite a lot of things, but also at the same time it's kind of like Keck Fly. Did I not Fly? I like indirectly knew Fly for years. Like years. We only actually started talking like only a few years ago, like much later on into the life of PSO2. But no, Fly's a cool guy. I like Fly. Fly's awesome. Yeah, max prices are rough. I don't know. I personally feel like economy-wise, it's really hard to balance like an MMO's economy and stuff like that because again, it just really depends on supply and demand. But like one of the things, like not having free shop really does hurt the economy quite a good bit. So that's really all I can say. Yeah, and then all the scalpers, and then again, all the like RMT bots for global and everything as well. There is a theory that a lot of people think that the Sega did the shop thing in response to the RMT bot. Which I kind of understand if that's the case. But like there's no real point playing like pointing fingers and stuff anyways. So I guess that's that really. At least like NGS tries to regulate stuff by the weekly quest system, which is okay. I don't mind that too much. I think it's pretty okay. Still better than the Play Park version. Oh my god, we don't talk about SEA. We don't talk about SEA PSO2 with like costume affixes and whale leaderboard and all that stuff. We don't talk about that, okay? Every player in the entire gains 500k, yeah, but you still have to work for it, and it's capped at that much. So that's at least one thing. I'm not saying it's perfect, but at least it helps. So it's basically just better than nothing kind of situation. That's all it is. Yeah, the SEA version was really big yikes. It's stall. I saw that. +500 daily reactors. Man, I don't have that much money, dude. Like I really don't have that much money. Okay? 569k. That's all I have. Nothing in storage, nothing anywhere. Having Meseta. Imagine. Hey, let me check the price of Mina's hair. I think it should be like 2 mil. Mina's, yeah. Wait, is it not spelled like that? Hold on. Was he? Is it not spelled Minas like that? Hold on, give me a quick moment. Oh, it's Minas, not Mina's hair. Freaking the translation was like Minas. So I remembered that because the translation is Mina's hair, but it's actually Mines hair. This is still my favorite hair in NGS right now. I like it a lot. I just think Mina's hair is so nice. 2 mil though. I want it. I want it not to use, but I want it just for having it. Have you guys ever had that urge where it's like you just want an item, but you're not going to use it ever, but you just want to have it? Like, do you guys actually ever have that feeling? That can't be just me, right? Not even in like PSO2. But even talking about like in real life as well. Like for example, you just want like, I don't know, a toy or something just to have it, but you're not gonna like use it or whatever. Is it called? I don't think it's hoarding though. It's just you just want it. Sometimes you just want to buy something, and I think it's normal. You bought all motion even though you're not gonna use. I haven't even bought a single. I haven't bought it. And you regret buying it? Believe it or not, like I have in real life, I have this like one watch. It's like a Daniel Wellington watch, which is actually kind of expensive. My dad like pushed me to buy it just so I can have like a nice watch to use whenever I have to go to like work or something. And then, well, I mean, I bought the watch, right? And I'm like, I never get to use it because COVID. I never even got to go out of my house, so that's a big yikes. They fix the shop search. At least like in JP, you could always do the shop search, but yeah. You mostly use the Rappy one? The Rappy idle motion? I don't really like it personally. Cash out to increase accessory limit. Ooh, interesting. I can endorse that idea. I can actually endorse that idea. I actually like it. Although for now, at least like we have quite a good bit. I'm still using default everything. Thank you. What do you mean thank you? Is there anything to use scratch recycle tokens? Oh, it's right here. There's like grind success. You can do SG scratch or you can do AC scratch items, which is really cool. And then ability success. SG scratch items, AC scratch items. Really, really nice that they have the option. So nice. And then of course the rare drop rate and stuff. You laugh every time you have the character. Yeah, I understand. It's funny. It's really funny. What block is everyone using? Oh, you just go to any populated block, honestly. Don't have to worry about it too much. Oh wow, you actually see the fireworks from the EQ? This is cool. I didn't actually ever realize that. Maybe I did subconsciously, but I never actually like look at it. Is there a motion I like right now? I like the hands on hip one. I think it's really, really nice. Using through the side hair extensions in Glamora costs so many accessory points. Yeah, I know, right? I understand exactly how you feel, buddy. Yeah, the hand and hip motion does bend your body quite a bit, but I still like how it looks. With like fluffier costumes, it's not really like bad. But I do like the default idle poses anyways. I think they look good. Solid. Hands on hips can't be 400k. It has to be 500k minimum because that's the minimum price limit. The revival brought at least a few new to global. Yeah, I mean, that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. Yeah, normally when it comes to like MMO games and stuff, you want to buy stuff as early as possible before the inflation starts. Especially in a new game. Right now, I'm just gonna auto attack so I can get my PP back because I know he's about to break. Oh, or not. Okay. I guess we get that thing where it just doesn't. Alright, when he comes down, gotta make sure my PP is full. Now, he's about to break. Break? There you go. Up and spread shot. Boom. And that's all my PP. Perfect. Oh, the one time Nex doesn't go in break mode? Yeah. Nex has like this weird glitch where sometimes you just can't break him at all. It's really bad. You might as well restart the run at that point because it's just not worth it. He takes like no damage. Like for us in team runs, like we literally restart the run if Nex has the break glitch. It's that severe. Still remaining in critical distance. Waiting for the next break to use my photon blast. Boop. Boop. Nice. Alright, time to start filling up the PT because he's about to break. Right after, there we go. Photon blast. Spread. Boom. Do you have to be 20 to do Giga? Yeah, you do. You always had to be 20 to do Gigantics. Really nice. Before you could leech and not be in range, yeah, it doesn't even count. You don't even get dropped anymore, so that's at least like the really good changes. I do agree with that kind of change, but like I don't agree with just the non-predictable spawn timings. I think that's silly. Nice. Clean. You can leech at level 20 instead. Please don't leech. Alright, boys. I will excuse myself to go grab some dinner and stuff now. So thanks so much for today's stream, guys. Really appreciate you guys hanging out and everything. Hope you guys had a pretty good time. You know, we had conversations with Mark. We had nice conversations with all of you. And once again, just want to say thank you so much for all of you hanging out today. All like, we had 100, 200, 300 people at some point. Like, it really means a lot. So hope you guys have fun. Okay, don't you fucking tag me on Twitter with more log stuff, okay? I will literally go out there and just choke you, okay? I swear. But yeah, really hope you guys enjoyed the stream today. And I'll see you guys once again on Friday. So take care of yourselves, okay? I'll go grab some food and stuff now. So see you guys Friday. Take care, everyone. Don't forget to eat and sleep well. I'm dead. Oh yeah, also I'll be hanging out in Discord. Link in the description below if you guys want to hang out. So, yep.